If you want to see how our corrupt campaign finance system harms us directly, let's just look at how it stops us from addressing housing affordability issues here in Nevada. So, last year, we held a special session to try to address the housing crisis in Nevada, and specifically the problem that we have of corporations and private equity funds trying to corner the Nevada and specifically Las Vegas housing supply. Here in the Las Vegas area, you have 25% of new home purchases being purchased by a corporation. That's what's pricing folks out, and that has knock-on effects where it's driving up rent and things like that. So we had the special session, and Senator Neal, working with other legislators, put forward a proposal initially to cap corporations from buying no more than 100 homes a year. That limit then went up to 1,000 per year. But what's interesting is you saw some statements from the head of the Nevada Coalition of Legal Services Providers. And that's a coalition of legal aid clinics and associations here in Nevada. And they made an excellent point that the limitation on corporate buying, it didn't apply to condos and townhomes. And they noted, and I'll read the quote here from the head of that organization, they're afraid that if we start exempting those, the eye of corporate buyers and private equity might be swift to condos and townhomes and freeze out those people who might not have a down payment for a home. But Ira Hansen, one of the legislators who actually was pushing to put some kind of limitation on corporations buying up homes here in Nevada, said that the political reality is they couldn't include condos and townhomes as part of the exemption on corporations buying the housing supply here. And I'll read you the quote from Senator Hansen. Southern Nevada home builders didn't want it to be included in the bill, and they would have aggressively opposed it. Okay, so what he's saying right there is the limitation on condos and townhomes, that exemption, that wasn't because it made sense from a policy perspective. It wasn't included because it was going to help working folks. It was included because the Nevada Home Builders Association didn't like it because it was going to hurt their bottom line. That is how our corrupt campaign finance system, that is how the ability of these corporate lobbying groups to influence our representatives directly harms us. We had people on both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republicans, agreeing that we need to do something to stop corporations from buying the housing supply here in Las Vegas and in Nevada generally. But because these corporate lobbying groups put pressure on our representatives and improperly influence them, before we even have the beginning of discussions about what we're going to do,